Good evening, everyone, and welcome. Thank you for being here. Tonight we start a new serial of live events after this long break, forced long break, and we will wait about a couple of minutes for other people to join us, and then I will show you something, and I will explain to you something what you should know and what you should be aware of. Unfortunately, I was forced to do some precautions measures, which I will present tonight for the first time. And please, you must understand that that was a necessary step to do because some idiots or some bad people which have mouth full of Jesus and God, this is very important for me to say, they are misusing my material and they turn my own material against me. So after 3 months, this is in effect a first official normal live event where I will present you and show you something what you should be aware of. It will be a permanent secret or mystery why in the channel which number almost 18,000 subscribers I have only and barely 100 people who are watching live event. In effect, if we face the truth, we in effect should be think in that way that everything what I've been showing you here, just a moment, everything what I've been showing you here should be on the front page of every newspaper, every internet portal, and should be on the prime news on the TV each night and every day when we are watching TV or reading newspaper. But instead of this, we have completely these three monkeys that put their hand on their ears, on their mouths, on their eyes, and on their mouths. So this is what we got when we are talking about visiting on my channel or transparency on my channel in the wide internet area. So let me also tell you that people who got 2,000 subscribers in their live event, I was personally present when there were more than 1,200 people. This is more than 50% of this channel subscribers, and what a bullshit I've been hearing there. That was amazing. I can't put myself together after this. How people can be so stupid and believe in such a stupid claims, but who am I to judge anyone? Okay. So what is about the sound? I don't know what is about the sound. Sound should be okay. Zvuk bi trebao biti u redu. O čemu se radi? Ne vidim razloga da bude loš zvuk. Okay, so let's go and let me first explain what is the tonight's subject of this live event. Over Croatia and probably over some other state in Europe, we have huge planet which I will show you very soon, and the photos was taken by a large number of the people who are observing the sky. Especially what it's very important for you to observe is the southeast, especially in the late afternoon hours. After 3 o'clock in the afternoon until the end of the until the sun sets, you should be observing southeast. Southeast is the crucial position where you can catch something as a trophy, you know what I mean, something as a capital. So let me tell you what you should be aware of. So let me put this in this way. When you look up in the sky, you will see some very, very unusual clouds which looks like Medusa. You know, the sea creature Medusa that looks exactly like Medusa in the sky. Then we have another kind of the cloud. This looks like a feather, like a bird feather, and with very, very fine ends and very, very soft. The third thing that you will observe over your area, or what you should see over your area, or what you might see over your area, that is vectors. So what are the vectors? For you who are the new here, for you who don't understand what the vectors is, I will tell you later what is a vector. But let me first tell you something about the vector. Vectors are showing everywhere in the movie. Vectors are always part of the logos of the very big companies in the world, including NASA, including Nike, including Citroën, a car industry, including Renault, including all kind of the very big and large companies which are using vector as a symbol. So why do they using vector as a symbol? Because probably that vectors are show up in the sky in so-called end times. So now we should put a question on what is the end time, because you, like me and like any other guy in the world, thought that this is some kind of apocalyptic event which will happen in one day or in a couple of days, when some planet, comet, or meteorite, or what they say, how do you say this one, the big one, not the meteorite, okay, I forget it. So they are expecting that something is going to hit the earth, you know. This is not that it's not going to happen, because we can never say it never happened. It always may happen, but this is not the case. The case is that we are dealing with very, very scalar way of so-called end of the world. And one of these signs are exactly this, what I've been telling you a few seconds ago. So let me tell you what you can expect if you can see that kind of the clouds and that cloud of the signs, okay, or shapes over your area, through your window, over your house, over your forest, fields, town, whatsoever. Well, if you see any of these three signs in the sky, that means that you will have consequences with one of the following events: earthquake, flood, drought, sudden storm with hail, or very, very strong rain, thunderstorms, hurricanes, drought, and fire. So this is something what is usually covering this, uh, covering the passage of this object in the sky. Uh, we cannot exclude also asteroids. Thank you, enormous asteroids. Yes, I'm sorry. I completely forget the word. It's not come on my mind. Thank you very much. Asteroids, yes. And what is also not exclude that you may have some very strange other things which are happening, like pandemic, something like pandemic, or something like you got sandstorm from Africa, and everything is yellow, and the sky looks very strange, and of course a climate change which show itself, or it's showing itself in a way that exactly what you are how do you say going through right now. We have very bad and cruel summer. This is not characteristical weather for the summer. Okay, let me show you first some picture from the Scottish camera. Okay, just a moment. Some picture from the Scottish camera, and that will be, I will try to, just a moment, sort by date. And this is okay. Let's one more time, sort by date. And let's go see what we got here. So let me share the screen here. And let's go. This is 19th of May 2023, while my channel was shut down. And pay attention on the left side of the screen here. And this here is something what it's in the front of the cloud, which is probably a cloud pusher, cloud mover, or cloud driver. Let's go forward. Okay, as you can see, this is moving. Let's go forward. So this here is completely censored space, and this is the pearls. They are present behind the cloud. They are illuminated, and they are visible only in the inverted mode of the photo. Let's go forward. So this is also some of these objects, as you can see. And I'll show you one original photo, one in the inverted mode, so you can see better. This round shape, they are ochre behind the clouds. And this very strange things that happen in the fall, in the front of the clouds. So these are also some very special objects here, and this is also as you can see, this is an object here, which is, I isolated this object because this is very big, and this is what we call melancholia. So just a moment to go forward now and see what is going on here. Just a moment, because I don't want to do something what it's wrong. Yes, this is one more time. Let me show you this one. As you can see, we have two of these objects here. Just a moment to spread this like this. Now you can see it's behind this what I've got here, but in effect I can also zoom in and show you this two objects, very big objects, which are one next to another, probably the twins, but I cannot be sure about it. Just a moment, because I made some mixing here. I have to be very carefully about what I'm doing here. Yes, so this is another one. Let me show you this one. no, this one, but this one. Okay, so we got here marked with the arrows here. I'll zoom in, and as you can see here, they are both of them here present in the sky. Okay, now let me turn off the screen. Let's go to the next screen and see what we got here. No, now we got something different. This is from the Scottish camera, and this is not the sun. This is 5:28 in the morning on the 5th of the June of 2023. This is not the sun. This is very, very high, and now you're going to see a set of the photos which are going to be here. This is not the sun, people. Okay, so now take a look of this object here. This is 4:17 in the morning. Look at this object on the northeast, and additional objects are coming. Neither one of this is the sun. So take a look at how bright this is and how shiny this is. And yes, you can see it goes retrograde against the direction of the sun, opposite direction of the sun. So here it is. This is all not belong to the sun. Look at it here. It's coming from the east toward the north. Look at how bright this is. It's bright like the sun, and we have additional two objects following this. Objects, as you can see, they are very, very bright. Now we got four of them. Neither one of this is the sun. I will show you. Look at the tree, another one, and look at these sparrows here, which are one next to another. This is the sun here. This is 7:45 in the morning. This is the sun. This is also the sun, 6:31 in the morning. But as you can see, we have two or even three sources of the sun, and this is the sun. This little shiny dot is the sun, and this the two bigger objects, they are not the sun. I will show you. This is the sun. Okay, but this here, this is not the sun. Okay, so what we got here? Oh, okay. This is the first part of the. Now let's go to something different, and let me first put this on the graph, and let's go here. And now I'm going to show you a bunch of photos taken with Alex Bobnek and other people who are sending me this photo over the Facebook, and this is the last one that I received today from Sonia from Zagreb. This is vectors flying in the formation on the southeast, and let's go forward. This is the photo from Alex Bobnek, a planet over Croatia. You will see it now in a moment, just here. This is the one. Let me blow up this here. You can see it here. It's very big, and we can do like this. So you can see the shape of this object. Let's go forward. This is also some additional objects which can be visible over Croatia. Size of Melancholia, very, very big. Our sun looks like a joke next to this object. So this is the object here. Let me zoom in, and I will show you. Here it is. Look at it here. What I'm pointing here, this is the object which it's not the sun. Sun is on the far left side. This is the negative of this photo. Now pay attention. You can see this is very, very big, and you can see a part of another object that is popping out on the left side from this object. Let's go forward. This is the same in the negative. Here it is. This is the object. I can zoom in, and you can see this is the here. This is also, as you can see, this is a illuminated object in the negative. This is the same one. Now we got these two here. Just a moment. Okay, these are the twins. I already showed you this one. This is the small one. I already showed you this. These are just copies of this. Now pay attention on this here, what it's in a circle, and these two objects that are present here on the left side. As you can see, 1, 2, I marked them with the arrows. Let's go forward. This is the position of Catalina V4 on the 610 on May 22, and this is exactly the position of this object here. This object here is a Nibiru-san or Catalina V4, and that was taken exactly in the moment when the Catalina was present here. Let's go here. So as you can see, if you can see something like this in your sky, this is live, people. This is not. It looks like this is a vector with a head. I will show you this in the next photo, probably in the here it is. Look at it here. This is live, people. This is a real deal. Look at this object here. I'm sorry for the title in the middle of the screen, but I have to protect this because I have some very sick people who are watching my channel and doing some idiotic things against me because they are jealous. Okay, let's go here. Now you can see here we got also something very strange happening almost in the evening. Also receive, this is the night time. Now pay attention on this object here. I will zoom in. Look at it here. Do you see that here? Look at it. Look at that vector. Look at that huge vector with the 4 or 5 elements which are inside of this vector. That is somewhere into evening hours over the Zagreb, I think. I'm not very sure. These are two objects, as you can see here, in the nighttime. And this is what I've been saying about the feeder and the Medusa. Pay attention of this. Look like some angels, some flying dragons or whatsoever. Look at this cloud. If you see this, if you spot something like this, then you can be sure that you live in some area when something will happen, or it's already in the transition of potentially bad weather or earthquake or something else. Let's go forward. Here it is. They are very special. As you can see, they look like Medusa, like living beings, like some octopus or what, I don't know what to say. Look at this, how they are flying freely in a very special shape, which can be very different from any kind of the clouds that we know, because this is not something what is normal. Here it is. This is what I'm talking. And you can see this pattern is unique. You will see that all over the world, the very same shape everywhere around the world. So you can see that in the United States, maybe slightly reshaped, but it will be just like this one here, like a dragon or something. You will see exactly the same cloud over the United States or some other part of the so-called northern hemisphere, and this is it. So this is the same thing. Someone was, look at that here, look at this cloud, look at these vectors here. Let me show you these vectors. Look at these vectors. They are awesome, people. Let's go forward. Let's go forward. This is what I'm talking about. Look at this cloud, and look at this thing here. This is probably from the car, or from the window. I don't know. Probably something filmed through the glass. I hope so. But look at this. Look at this shape. Look at this dragon here. A few days ago I saw that in Rijeka, and this is not from Rijeka. This is from another city, and another day, another date, another time of the day, and you got exactly the same creature in the sky, people. These are the living beings. I don't know what kind of the form of the living being this is, but this is what I'm talking about. So this is it. Look at it here. Incredible, incredible things. And another one here. Pay attention of the form of these clouds. This is the vector, also the vector here. Here is the vector with, as you can see, something inside. Let me zoom in. Now you can see it just like a medusa, just like some living being inside of the ocean, under the water. You know what I mean? Let's go forward. And now you got Melancholia. Look at the Melancholia. I will zoom in on the left side of the screen. I'm pointing this here. This is a huge object, a Melancholia-like object over Croatia, and many different people spot this object on many different locations in Croatia, in Serbia, in this area from the Balkan and the southeastern of Europe. It's not a coincidence. It's not coincidentally shaped. It's a big, very big object. Look at this in a negative here. I will zoom in and you will see now what I'm talking about. Let me show you this. Look at it here. This is illuminated, people. Because in the case that this is not illuminated, it will never be shown in the negative in that way. Okay, let's go forward. This is also something here. Just a moment, let me see. Something, it's here. This is behind the cloud. Let me show you. This is the segment from the long distance. The same picture. This is here. Melancholia in the sky, in the mountain. Look at it here. Here is the great shot of Melancholia. I think that this is from Alex Bodnik. Not very sure. I don't want to take someone right, but take a look at this. This is not the sun. This is the southeast, in a very different place from the position of the sun. Here it is. Look at this huge half circle that is present here. I will also have probably. Here it is, another view of this. Look at it here. Another view of this object on some other photo. Look at the size of the Melancholia in the sky over Croatia. Just a moment to go like this, and I will zoom in, and now you will see it. Here it is. Look at the. I hope that I have a negative. Here it is. This is the negative. This is the negative. Take a look at this. It's round, and it's very big, and it's not the sun, people. Not even the moon. Let's go forward. So these are some. Here are some vectors. Pay attention on this vector here. This is the vector as a letter V view. Here, not W, a view. And let's go forward. Here it is, another one. Look at this huge vector here under two of them, one next to another. They are traveling like a family, sometimes like a brothers or whatsoever. Now take a look at these vectors here. These are the real one. Look at this group of the vectors. I will show you this now in the negative. Look at the negative of this object. Look at this negative vector. Look at that here. How many of them, and with some planets inside, which are sneaking behind the cloud in this mist. In effect, in that mist that it's here. So let's go forward. Another vector here. Pay attention on this. I hope that I have a negative of this. Look at that here. This is a feather. This is a feather cloud. Look at how they are chemitraling this here. I will zoom in and bring this a bit upper. One more time, just a moment. And now pay attention on this. This is a feather cloud. I call it a feather cloud because it looks like a feather. And let's go forward. This is the same thing. Look at this structure of this. This is not normal, people. bunch of vectors inside of this. And now pay attention to this. This here, just a moment to remove the property here. Now it's not my property. We got two objects here, but this little one is the sun. We don't know what are these two big next to the sun. This is 7:13 in the morning. The sun looks like a joke against these two huge objects, which are a couple of times bigger than our sun. Go forward. This is the original photo. This is the sun, and this is the additional objects next to the sun. So this is someone taking in the nighttime vector. Here it is. This is a vector in the nighttime. Very rarely that you can see this because it's a dark, but vectors are present non-stop, not only in the daytime. Another feeder, and you can see the same one like from a few days before. I already warned you about this one. Looks like a dragon. We have that on some other dates present in the sky. Another vector here. Here it is. This is the vector. If you can see something in the sky like this, then you know that you are witnessing something very special. This is also the vector here, a huge one. And look at this vector here. This is also one huge vector. Someone take from I don't know, from Slovenia, or I don't know who is the owner of this photo. Look at this huge vector in the middle of the day, in between the clouds. Got nothing to do with the clouds. Okay. This is something here. As you can see, this is some kind of object here, illuminated object behind the clouds. But it's present, it can be it's visible. Here it is. You can see now much more better that this is the real deal. This is a illuminated round object with very sharp ends or edges present behind the clouds. Here it is, another version of this one, and this is also something here, probably some vectors, I don't know. This is the chemtrailing of the sky. And let me tell you something about this photo. This is from the movie from 1972, people. You can see that they are already chemtrailing the sky, but nobody knows what happened. These are the chemtrails from the movie that have been shot in 1972, and the movie was released in 1973. As you can see, it's full of the chemtrails in the sky in 1972, people. This is something else. I don't know what is this. Somebody take photo of this chemtrailing. I don't know where this is coming from, but this is I received this, and these are some lights over the Zagreb during the storm light. How do you say storm lighting? Sorry. As you can see, this illuminated spot close to the ground. This is the energy ball which is releasing the plasma. And here it is. This is within the cloud. This is a power ball. These are also the vector. Just a moment to show you. Here it is. A huge vector in the sky. I received that a few days ago. And this is somewhere in Istria, I think, or somewhere on island or Loshing, I don't know, I don't remember, but here it is. As you can see, this is you can clearly see what the vector is. So this is the vector. Okay, remember that shape. It got head, always got head at the top of this angle, in the top of it. Here it is. This is from the shot from away from the long distance, not a close up. And let's go forward, and this is the end of the presentation. Now we can go live with a camera, and that will be all. I hope that you enjoy this. I hope that you enjoy this presentation. Now, if you can see this in the sky, if you spot this in the sky, then you know that you are under the something what is crucial for what is happening right now, and this is not something from the past, something what was present here. This is something what is newly present in the last or 2 or 3 years, since everything what is happening with so-called climate change, it's exactly covering the same time as this is happening right now. So this is in effect all, and if you have any questions, if you want to ask something, I'm watching the chat, you can ask something. If you don't have any questions, I will terminate this live event. As you can see, the authorities still does not mention this in any form. Also, something very important I have to tell you: Euro-Mediterranean Seismological Center has changed their web page, and their web page are now useless. You cannot do any presentation anymore with their web page, because they remove every possibility to group the earthquakes from the same area. It's not anymore possible to take out all earthquakes from Croatia, from Albania, from Greece, from Turkey, from Iran. Doesn't matter at all. They are removed that option, and this is very, very significant. So that will be all for tonight, and I hope that you enjoy this presentation. I try to be clear as I can be, understandable as I can be. Please support me. I was 3 months without any donations, and I breathe on the very short, with very short breath. It was not very easy. I'm not spending over 1 month in a mountain house, because I don't have the money to be in the mountain house. And the secondary, I lost my social security. I am not protected by the government and by the social security. So that means if anything happened to me, if I went to the doctor, I have to pay for it. There is no any possibility for me to have a social security covered by the government of Croatia as I had before. They destroy over 300,000 people who have social security via government program. Now 300,000 people remain without health protection, and this is very, very hard. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you for your attention. I hope that you understand the point of this presentation, and that you will know how to use it in your real life, in your reality in the sky. Thank you very much, and stay tuned. Now I will leave you the option how can you donate to my channel, and you got this option that you can donate via PayPal or via Western Union. Here it is. If you want to donate your money via bank, I can give you a bank account that you can donate directly on the bank account of my sister, which opened a bank account for me. So everything what you paid on this bank account goes directly to me, because I have a right to use this bank account. That will be all. Thank you very much and stay tuned.